So why did he need a black director? Could a white director not have
It's not
produced this
color,
work?
it's culture.
In Hollywood, celebrities are known for their private jets and big houses. Some of Hollywood's top black stars are surprising people. They choose regular cars, use coupons, and like taking public transport instead of fancy limos. Why would someone worth millions shop at CVS instead of Rodeo Drive? Why would a supermodel take hotel toiletries to save money? Join us as we delve into the humble lifestyles of black celebrities who remain grounded despite their fame. Number 19. Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish became famous with Girls Trip, but her journey was tough. As a teenager, she was homeless and lived in her car while chasing her dreams. Those hard times taught her important lessons about money and safety that success couldn't change. She saw how quickly life can change and learned to save for unexpected problems. Even after becoming rich and famous, she remembered her past and how unstable money can be in show business. Even after becoming famous, she still drove a Honda HR-V hybrid, a smart and affordable choice that surprised people who thought she would have a fancier car like a Mercedes or Bentley. In interviews, she admitted to using a fake Michael Kors purse, while her real designer bags were gifts from friends like Jada Pinkett Smith. It wasn't that she couldn't buy expensive things. She just didn't want to waste money on items that didn't matter to her. But as Tiffany maintained her practical approach, another celebrity was being told by financial advisors that she actually saved too much money. Number 18. Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks made history as the first black woman on the cover of Sports Illustrated's swimsuit issue. She had a successful career in modeling, TV with America's Next Top Model, acting and business, earning over $90 million. Her money lessons came from her mother, who raised her alone during hard times. These lessons about saving and planning for the future made her very careful with money, so much so that her accountants thought she was saving too much and had to talk to her about it. The supermodel and media mogul became somewhat legendary in financial circles for her extreme saving habits. So much so that her accountants eventually sat her down and told her to spend some damn money because she was actually saving too aggressively relative to her wealth. Despite having tens of millions in the bank and earning substantial income from multiple sources, Banks maintained the same careful spending habits she learned growing up. She was known for taking soap, shampoo, and conditioner from fancy hotels, seeing these small savings as wins instead of being cheap. While staying at places like DoubleTree and Embassy Suites during her modeling days, she would collect the free toiletries, a habit she kept even after becoming very rich. While Banks eventually learned to loosen her grip on her wallet just a bit after her accountant's intervention, another Oscar winner was making remarkably similar choices at her local drugstore. Number 17. Halle Berry. Halle Berry was the first African-American woman to win Best Actress for Monsters Ball. She is very successful and has about $100 million. Even with her wealth, she spends carefully because she saw her mother raise two daughters alone. These early money struggles influenced how Berry thinks about money, and her past still affects her today. Even though she is rich, Berry has been seen looking through sale racks and shopping at CVS for things like toiletries and wrapping paper. These are not for show. They are real habits that show how practical she is. Berry uses public transport in cities like London and New York because it is easier than paying for private cars. She doesn't think it's worth it to pay a lot for simple items. While Berry shopped at drugstores, another actor was teaching his family about smart real estate. Number 16. Anthony Anderson. Anthony Anderson is a talented actor who received Emmy nominations for his role in the popular TV show Black-ish. Even though he has enough money to buy any big mansion he wants, he decided to live in a more modest house located on the best street in a nice neighborhood. His parents always taught him the importance of planning for the future and living within his means, which means spending less money than he earns. They believed that it is important to save money and not waste it on things that are not necessary. This advice has helped him make smart choices about his life and finances. Anderson's philosophy prioritized family stability over impressive square footage, understanding that a reasonable home provides everything needed without excessive costs. This approach modeled for his children that wealth is a tool for security, not mindless consumption. While Anderson chose wisely, another actor drove one of Hollywood's most modest cars, despite a $250 million fortune. Number 15. Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson is known as the highest-grossing actor in the world, having made an incredible $27 billion from movies all around the globe. He has a net worth of about $250 million, which is a lot of money. However, despite all this wealth, he chooses to drive a Toyota Camry, which is a car that costs between $18,000 and $30,000. This might seem strange to many people because they think that someone who makes millions of dollars for each movie and earns a huge amount of money every year from a company like Capital One should drive a fancy or expensive car. But Jackson's choice shows that he believes a car is just a way to get from one place to another, not something to show off or make a statement about his wealth. Samuel L. Jackson's choice of a Toyota Camry shows that he understands a car is mainly for getting from one place to another, not for showing off wealth or status. The Camry is a dependable and fuel-efficient vehicle that doesn't attract a lot of attention. This means that when he wants to, he can go about his day without being recognized or bothered by fans. By choosing this practical car, Jackson makes sure that he is not tied down by material things or pressured to keep up a certain image. He values simplicity and practicality over luxury, which allows him to live a more relaxed life without the stress of maintaining a flashy lifestyle. As Jackson drove his sensible Toyota, one rapper was revolutionizing financial thinking through music. Number 14. Jay-Z. Jay-Z rose from Brooklyn's Marcy Projects to become a billionaire, and his 2017 album 444 transformed hip-hop's relationship with money. What's better than throwing away money at a strip club? Credit, he rapped, preaching generational wealth over consumption. He detailed buying artwork for $1 million that appreciated to $8 million, emphasizing investing in assets. His mom made a smart choice by buying him bonds instead of toys, which helped him learn to think about the future. Jay-Z shared a story about a time he could have bought a building in Dumbo for only $2 million, but later, because of changes in the neighborhood, that same building was worth $25 million. This taught him that it's better to own things than just rent them. Financial experts liked his advice about not spending money based on feelings and the importance of making budgets to handle money wisely. While Jay-Z preached through music, other celebrities quietly demonstrated these principles daily. Number 13. Zendaya. Zendaya is a well-known actress who has earned a lot of money from movies like Spider-Man, Dune, and the TV show Euphoria. Even though she has a lot of money, she decides to rent her house in Los Angeles and takes regular planes instead of private jets. Her parents are teachers, and they taught her important lessons about money. They helped her learn that just because you can buy something, it doesn't mean you should. Zendaya is nice to her team and treats everyone well, and likes to hang out with them. For special events, she sometimes borrows fancy clothes, but for everyday outfits, she picks comfortable clothes instead of worrying about brand names. She has said, "I'm saving money for my future," which shows she understands that jobs in entertainment can be uncertain. As Zendaya demonstrated wisdom beyond her years, another athlete's daughter was cutting her own hair to save money. Number 12. Layla Ali. Layla Ali was a fantastic boxer who won all 24 of her fights and made a lot of money. Despite having plenty of money, she chooses to do her own hair and her daughter's hair. This decision helps them save money on haircuts, showing that even successful people can be smart with their spending. Layla Ali learned important lessons about money from her father, Muhammad Ali. He was famous and had a lot of money, but she realized that having wealth doesn't mean you should spend it all carelessly. She witnessed how poor money management created difficulties for her dad, which made her want to be smart and cautious with her own finances. Number 11. Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama made a lot of money from her book, Becoming, and from speaking at events, but she still shopped at Target for dog supplies while she was the First Lady. She enjoyed wearing clothes from stores like J. Crew, Target, and H&M. She mixed cheaper clothes with more expensive designer pieces. Her clothing reflected her beliefs and what was important to her. It proved that you don't need to buy expensive clothes to look nice. Michelle and President Obama grew up in middle-class families, so they understood how important it is to be smart with money and not waste it. As Michelle shopped at Target, a queen was doing the same in Houston. Number 10. Beyoncé. Beyoncé, who is worth $2 billion with her husband, Jay-Z, was spotted shopping at a Target store in Houston in 2019. Even though she is a huge star, she likes to shop at regular stores just like everyone else. When she was a child, she often visited these kinds of places, and she still does that now that she is famous. These simple moments keep her close to her fans and help her remember her life before she was famous. When she shops at Target, it shows that being rich doesn't mean you have to stop doing regular things that everyone understands. While Beyoncé shopped in Houston, a basketball legend was teaching different lessons about money. Number 9. LeBron James. LeBron James famously didn't cash his first $1 million NBA paycheck for over a year, proving to himself he didn't need to spend money just because he had it. This discipline, instilled by his mother Gloria, who raised him through poverty, built a net worth exceeding $1 billion. While other young NBA stars spent their money on flashy jewelry and expensive cars, LeBron focused on learning about business and making wise choices with his money. He chose to work with Nike instead of taking more money from Reebok because he thought it was better for the future. He teaches his kids that money doesn't just come easily and that it's important to work for what you want instead of just getting it handed to you. As LeBron demonstrated early restraint, another British actor was taking public transportation. Number 8. Daniel Kaluuya. After Daniel Kaluuya received nominations for his movie Get Out and won an Oscar for Judas and the Black Messiah, he still chose to take buses and trains in London whenever it was possible. Growing up in North London, he often used public transportation, which helped him understand that being wealthy does not mean you have to give up the things that have always worked well for you. He kept his childhood friends close, decided to stay in London instead of moving to Los Angeles, and avoided the extravagant lifestyle that many in Hollywood embrace. Taking the bus did not make him any less successful, And flying on regular commercial flights did not take away from all that he has achieved. As Kaluuya rode London buses, an actress was wearing $6 headbands to major events. Number 7. Lupita Nyong'o. Lupita Nyong'o won her Oscar for 12 Years a Slave and starred in Black Panther, yet wore a $6 headband to a major event, proving style doesn't require spending thousands. Coming from Kenya, she maintained perspective about money's relative value. She uses clothing as artistic expression rather than status symbols, mixing high-end pieces with affordable finds. Her approach demonstrates freedom from fashion industry hierarchies, proving you can be an icon without believing in overpriced accessories. While Lupita wore her modest headband, another actor stayed in his working-class neighborhood. Number 6. John Boyega. John Boyega became famous worldwide after acting in Star Wars, where he made a lot of money. Even though he was successful and wealthy, he chose to continue living in Peckham, a working-class area in South London where he grew up. His family is from Nigeria and taught him to always be true to himself, no matter how successful he becomes. Instead of seeking fame and high status, Boyega chose to focus on his community and the people around him. He understood that real happiness comes from having genuine relationships with others, not from living in fancy places. Boyega also made sure to invest in and support his neighborhood, showing that when you have wealth, you have a responsibility to help lift up those around you. By staying in Peckham, he was able to avoid feeling isolated from others, which can happen to many celebrities. As Boyega stayed home, a young actress maintained her side hustle mindset. Number 5. Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer has worked hard since she was a kid and became famous for movies like Hustlers and Nope. She still thinks it's important to have different ways to make money, like hosting events, producing shows, and working with brands. Her parents had to do many jobs to support the family, which taught her that relying on just one job for money isn't always safe. She talks about money smarts, saying that being rich isn't just about how much you make, but about how much you save and grow by investing wisely. Since jobs in entertainment can be shaky, having different ways to earn money helps make sure that small problems won't put your overall safety at risk. While Palmer hustled, a rapper was living simply despite Oscar wins. Number 4. Common. Common, the Oscar-winning rapper and actor, maintains a modest lifestyle reflecting his spiritual beliefs about materialism. His mother worked as an educator, instilling values about substance over flash. Common drives practical vehicles, lives comfortably but not extravagantly, and focuses spending on experiences over possessions. This aligns with his meditation practice and Buddhist studies, viewing excessive consumption as a distraction from what matters. He takes roles based on meaning rather than paychecks, participating in films like Selma, addressing social issues despite smaller budgets. His approach offers an alternative to materialism dominating celebrity culture, demonstrating true wealth lies in freedom and purpose. As Common meditated on mindful living, another actress remembered her hungry childhood. Number 3. Viola Davis. Viola Davis achieved the triple crown of acting, but never forgot growing up in extreme poverty in Rhode Island without food, electricity, or heat. Those experiences shaped her relationship with money profoundly, teaching her never to take security for granted. Despite millions earned, she maintains habits learned during difficult years, refusing to spend carelessly. Davis lives comfortably but not lavishly, prioritizes her daughter's education, and focuses on building long-term security. She uses her platform to address poverty, hunger, and inequality, giving significantly to causes helping others facing similar challenges. Her refusal to forget humble beginnings makes her success more inspiring. While Davis stayed grounded, another actress was clipping coupons. Number 2. Octavia Spencer. Octavia Spencer won an Oscar for The Help, but she still shops at discount stores and uses grocery coupons. This shows how her upbringing in Alabama and her mother's lessons about saving money have influenced her. Spencer thinks using coupons is a smart way to save money, not something to be embarrassed about, and she feels proud when she finds good deals. She chooses acting roles that are interesting and challenging instead of just going for the highest pay. She has also made smart choices with her money by investing in real estate. Spencer advocates for financial literacy in the Black community, speaking openly about saving, investing, and planning rather than living paycheck to paycheck. Her practical approach demonstrates that building lasting wealth requires discipline. As Spencer clipped coupons, one final celebrity proved the ultimate lesson about wealth. Number 1. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry built a billion-dollar empire, yet maintains a middle-class mindset governing personal spending. Despite owning the first Black-owned major film studio and having more money than he could spend in lifetimes, Perry drives ordinary cars, flies commercial when possible, and lives modestly by billionaire standards. His traumatic childhood in poverty and homelessness taught lessons every financial decision reflects. He saves a lot of money, makes smart investments, and avoids wasting cash. Perry keeps his business expenses low and owns everything without borrowing money, knowing that debt can be risky. His middle-class way of thinking helps him stay connected with the people who helped him succeed, showing that real wealth is not about what you buy, but about having freedom and safety. Do you think wealth comes with an obligation to spend lavishly? Or do these celebrities have the right approach? Would you maintain frugal habits if you suddenly became wealthy? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. We'll enjoy it.